Purnamaste. Purnamaste. What should I speak? Feel the silence of the mind. Birds are singing. What is there to know about it? What is there to figure about it? How birds are singing and why? That gives only headaches to the mind. It has to figure out everything. Comment, speak. Get loud on everything. And you never get the truth. Truth that is revealed in the silence of the mind. You feel. You feel. You're one with the bird singing. It's love. A song of love. What is there to think about it? What is there to think about it? Feel and don't think. If you think, if you think, you will get discouraged by me barking. But if you feel, you can watch this video till the end. And you can feel the bird singing in the silence of the mind. You become one with the singing of the bird from your heart. Feel. Don't think. Don't think. If you think, you'll miss all that heavenly glory. If you think. And all you get is the mind. And mind is already what you have. It's what you always had. It's that programmed thoughts from society, from parents, from past life, from the matrix. Programs in the mind. Just thinking. This is what you already have. And you are not your mind. Thinking is not knowing, is not being. I am allergic to the mind. For mind is separation from the self. And if you allow yourself no silence of the mind, all you get, what you're thinking is your mind. Thoughts, what you already have. Programs, judgments about things, thinking about things, calculations, fear, afraid of you, of others, blame, blaming you and others, guilt, judging everything in the mind. If you think, you miss all the heavenly glory. All you get is the mind. And mind is what you already have. It is not you. These are programs. And you are at your mind. Programs in the matrix. Matrix is the mind. Separation from the self. So you in separation from the self think that you are your mind. When you're separated from the truth, you don't know yourself. You have so many questions and doubts. Because you think that you are your mind. And you allow yourself no silence of the mind. Letting the mind loose. And all you have is that thinking. And this is what you have, always, you always had. And it is an empty cup that can get filled with eternal life. And you are that eternal life. You are not your mind. Cup emptied of the bullshit, thoughts, programs, beliefs of the mind that is programmed there. Need of the mind to know, to define, to figure out, to gather information. Empty your mind. It is an emptied cup that can get filled with eternal life, and you are that eternal life. Once a man, he is so full of questions and doubts, not knowing himself, wanted me to save him, guide him by hand. And he said to me, I'm not a master, but I know something. I told him, I am a master, but I'm telling you, man, I don't know anything. I have no questions and doubts. You're so full of questions and doubts. What do you know? Just information, beliefs, thinking in the mind. You are not your mind. You never were your mind. And mind is what is separating you from the truth, from being the truth, so you think that you are your mind. And the truth can be revealed only in the silence of the mind, if you allow the silence of the mind. And then again, one can go and try to stop thinking forcefully, try to stop the mind, and I have to stop thinking, try to force my mind to stop blaming my mind, stop rascal. No, you are just giving more mind to the mind. Trying to control, you are identifying yourself with your mind, and you're blaming yourself that your mind doesn't stop you. You are in your ego thinking that you are in mind. To allow the silence of the mind is to stop thinking, stop missing all your heavenly glory. Thinking is what you already have, separation from self, programmed in the mind. If you allow yourself the silence of the mind, if you feel, and you know that you are not your mind, you let your mind be, let it think its programmed negative thoughts. It can only judge, be afraid, be guilty, blame others and you, and project negative scenarios and worries and calculations about everything what you see. And this is just programmed, what you programs with the mind that are, and you just want to translate and figure out everything with that. You just have to realize that you are not your mind, and your thoughts is not you, and you let it be. You cannot stop it. More you try to stop it and control it, more it controls you, more wild it gets, because more and more you are identifying with it. No, you just have to know, I'm not my mind. These thoughts are negative programs, just thinking. This is not who I am, has nothing to do with me. Let it be. You don't try to stop it, you don't try to control it, you don't resist it, but you allow it to be. It is not you, let it think itself. But you don't trust your mind. You don't trust what you think. Because you are not your mind. You trust what you feel. The energy within you. Energy doesn't lie. As it is felt. If it feels like shit, it is shit. If it doesn't feel right for you, it's not right for you now. You are not your mind. You can feel that somebody wants to lie to you, that somebody wants to deceive you, and you feel it. Something is wrong here. You feel the energy of no integrity, of a deception. But that person is saying, I never deceived you, I would never deceive you, I'm your friend. And you're thinking, really, they never did something like this one time 3 years ago, but I should trust them. But you feel something, okay. And then you don't trust what you feel, you trust minds of others. Minds lie, energy never lies. And you trust your own mind convincing you that he would never do something like this, whether you is blaming you for feeling the truth. And then this person actually deceives you, for you think that you are your mind, and you change your mind, and energy was felt clearly. That's the silence of the mind. You don't trust your mind. You don't trust mind of others. Mind is negative. Mind is judging. Mind is blaming you and afraid of you. Always try to take you away from the truth, from your heart. Always judging you, thinking that's good and bad. You are good enough. You are not good enough. This is not how it is felt, because it was never like this. Fuck that. You have to feel the truth. Truth is not what it was 2 months ago when it felt like love. If it now feels like deception and a lie, it's a lie and deception now. Don't live in past. Don't live in the mind. Trust what you feel. That's how you are in the silence of the mind and know that you are not your mind. Like I'm now Tarzan in my personal jungle. Tarzan in my personal jungle I am. I'm barefoot here between the thorns and everything. That's how you connect, that you feel. You connect with Mother Gaia, with all living beings, with Source that I am in everything and everyone. All the Egyptians mystic and Indian mystics, third eye mystics, psychics, those who feel everything, feel the minds and experience minds like I do, those who see things and feel things, and in feeling we know. We walk barefoot a lot, for then you connect with everything and everyone, with Mother Gaia, and you can feel everything and everyone, Source that I am in everything and everyone. You are grounded, connected, and you feel. Yeah. Don't think. Don't think. If you think, you miss all that heavenly glory. You will care what others think, what they judge you, what they blame you, what they think of you, and you will think that you are your mind, and it will hurt you. If you think people are to lie to you, deceive you with beautiful words, and your mind is deceive you, oh, you should not feel like this, you see they are love. And then you will miss all that heavenly glory. You will get deceived. You will get deceived because you didn't trust what you feel, what you felt. And you will lose your truth because you will depend on what others think. And then what you think, oh, I'm not good enough, they should accept me, but they don't. They think I'm a bad man. You will go in separation from the self, depending on them, thinking that you are your mind. You will give your power away if you think. You will miss all that heavenly glory if you think. You will give all that power away, thinking that you are your mind. But you are not your mind. Mind is separation from the self. You have to know you are not your mind, and you have to just trust what you feel. For when you trust your mind, you have to see you get deceived. and what you felt was the truth, but you were trusting what others think and what they want to convince you in the minds. Minds lie, energy not. Your mind lie and told you, oh, you should not feel like this. You should do for them what they want for you. You should accept them. Don't feel like this. Don't you see how nice they speak and that they never did this to you? And then you get deceived. They deceived you. Because you were thinking you were your mind, you were trusting that you are your mind. But when you feel the truth and you follow the truth and you say, I'm sorry, I feel something, I don't feel like doing this for you. And then you find out they deceive somebody else. And you get confirmations that what you felt was the truth. And when you walked away from it, you get confirmation. If you wouldn't walk away, you would get fucked because you would think that you are a mind. But you trusted the energy that is felt and you get confirmation. Oh. And sometimes you may think this is a bad person, he's dirty, he has bad manners and like this. But your heart feels, oh, this is pure love, this is a master, this is pure angel. And then you trust what you feel, you connect with that being, and you see they are so pure, enlightened, that they can be whatever they want to be externally and say whatever the fuck I want to say. Fuck this. And pure like Jesus Christ. But they may have dirty clothes, they may have dirty earrings, dirty tattoos, and dirty mouth. But their heart is pure as crystal, and you will be in the presence of a master. And then you will see, and you feel that it is good if you follow that and you do that, that it will bring you something beautiful in your life. You feel it. Your mind is telling you, no, everything will go wrong, you will lose everything, you will lose your security, you will get fucked. But you feel in your heart that you have to follow just that. And if you go trusting your mind, you will lose, and you will see that if you would follow that, you will get your heaven or not. You get confirmations, you should not follow your mind. And when again you trust and you do what you feel, regardless that your mind thinks it's terrible and serves you all the worst case scenarios, you find your heavenly glory, something great happen, you get blessed. And then you understand and you feel, yes, if I trust what I feel always and not what I think, I'm not my mind. If I trust what I think, I will get fucked. But if I trust what I feel, I always feel the truth and I get away from what is not good for me, from suffering, from deception. And I find my truth. I will reach my promised land, my heaven on earth. If I just trust what I feel in my heart and I follow what I feel in my heart. And I don't think that I'm my mind. And then more and more you trust what you feel, more you trust and you feel. And your feeling becomes first sight. And then you no more think and you just trust what you feel. Because you know energy doesn't lie. And then your third eye opens. You read minds. You see things that people do not see. You see future. You feel the truth. You feel what is in minds in people, but they are not ready to see in themselves. And if you would tell them they are not ready yet, they have to work on themselves still some time, maybe long, or some time that they can get these things revealed in themselves. You will get so clairsentient. Clear feeling. You will feel the truth that they don't even see and feel in themselves. What an amazing grace it is. You are not your mind. And you know, people just think. That what they think, what they memorize in the mind, that this is the truth. Yeah. And they may know everything about the source. They may know everything about no attachment, about unity consciousness, about going with the flow. They may speak about being the trust and faith and good news in the darkness and bad news of this world. They may speak with no attachments, of freedom, of pure love. Well, then you can see their relationships. They are attached, they are controlling somebody else controlling them. people are taking energy away from them and controlling them. They maybe take energy away from them in karma, and they do karma, but they speak of no karma, no attachments, freedom. They may have terrible relationship. They may speak of the union with the source and pure source truth, but in the time of darkness they are in fear, in separation from self, afraid, searching for God, shaking. They may speak about trust and faith in the dark times, but they are afraid, and they may speak pure spiritual truths of integrity, of no attachments, of freedom, of no control. But in their life they are not following it. They may know in the mind that heavenly kingdom comes from within, that this world has to break and system has to fall and something has to happen. But in this time they may be completely afraid and thinking that this situation is the truth and that the reality creates them, and they may say, well, I hope that everything will be okay. And they may 1 year before they have maybe been publishing and writing that we are the change, that heavenly kingdoms come from within us, that system has to fall, so we build a new world. But now when system is falling, they are full of fear, full of panic, full of separation from self, full of hope. Just, you know what is hope? Being in separation from self, believing in the darkness, what you see, and hoping for something better. They are not being the vibration of the truth, of peace, of good news, of new earth, of trust and faith in the kingdom within. But they are in separation of self, afraid, worrying, and hoping that everything will be okay. Like I say, hope is for those who are lost in this world, who see no truth but only darkness and are in separation from self. They need hope. You cannot afford hope. The heavenly kingdom is within you. You have to be the trust, be the truth, be love, be good news, be the new earth embodied, peace, unity, and no fear. Heavenly kingdom comes from within you. You cannot hope in your mind that everything will be okay. The kingdom comes from within you, in your vibration, in your being. The reality does not create you. Reality does not have to change, so you change within the kingdom in joy and happiness and peace and love of heaven and earth. But you have to be that peace, joy, happiness, truth, good news, and no fear, no guilt, and power. Being the truth in the lies, being the light in the darkness, being the good news in the bad news. You have to be being of the truth, vibration. What it helps to know all this and all this spiritual knowledge and all channelings to memorize and know all the spiritual realms and what is happening on earth so scientifically. If you are not living it, if you are not living it, and you think you are your mind, and it's just thinking in the mind, it's nothing, it's not the truth. Because when the truth is tested in dark times, they may get attached, they may depend on somebody, they may blame, or they may be full of fear, full of panic, shaking and hoping for the better world. Because they only think that they are their mind and they are thinking all these spiritual truths. But they are not in the truth, they are in separation of self, thinking they are the mind. And this knowing, thinking, memorizing in the mind doesn't help them anything. When they are in relationship with somebody, they are attached, they may blame and depend and get attached and all drama. And in situation when world is in darkness, they are in that darkness, in that fear, afraid and shaking and hoping for something better. Truth is being the truth. Not thinking. I was working for 2 decades to know that I'm working on myself for 2 decades to know that I'm not my mind. to get rid of that guilt, to get rid of that fear, to get rid of beliefs and my thinking that is me, to emptying my mind and to embody and become the truth that I am. Truth. What is there if you know about the union of the source and everything with the source and all? It's only in your mind. You may be in separation from the source, thinking you are human, thinking you are your mind, until I became the truth that I am, that needs no advice, no encouragement, no blessings, never needs to be told to be safe, has no questions and doubt, truth that doesn't change. If others blame me or praise me, truth doesn't, I don't need praise. So blame of others takes nothing away from me, for praise of others gives nothing on to my being. I have no questions and doubt, truth that doesn't change. I'm not searching for truth. Nobody can change the truth that I am. I didn't start before teaching, before being the truth, being one with the source that I am, from my heart, with no guilt and no fear, knowing that I'm not my crazy mind. That's being the truth. And if I teach about freedom of attachments, I have to live it. I have to not be attached on anyone, and I've been tested with my soulmate and twin flame that both left and give me no attention. If I can teach about no attachment and unconditional love and being love, whole and fulfilled, and yes, I could. Because I'm not speaking about love. I don't know about love in the mind. I don't think about love. I am speaking as love. I am being love embodied. And when I got tested, my attachments, my dependency, I was teaching about no attachments, no dependency, and you be whole and complete on yourself and don't depend on others, don't get attached because you will suffer. When life tests me, I'm being the truth. If I trust and have faith in the art of the word that I am. Life tests me, and when life tests me on the grace of my heart, I always pass the test in being the truth that I am. If I'm teaching of no attachments, of no dependency, of not controlling and resisting, pushing into anyone, but taking the moment as it is, as a gift of love, and receiving only gift of love from others, what is not given to me, with no resistance I give away. And if I teach that whatever is resistance in me, nobody can control me, get my energy or anything. I stand for myself. I don't allow resistance from others. I resist no one. I'm free of attachment, free of controlling anyone. That means freedom of bad karma. And it's not about me knowing these things and then controlling you, blaming you, trying to get things in you, and like you are guilty if you don't give me. I have to accept what is given to me freely from the heart in the moment, and wherever there's any resistance, I have to walk away. And wherever others want to control me and give me something that's not right for me, and there's resistance in me, I have to end it. I have to stop it and say no. If I'm teaching about integrity, I have to be the truth that I'm teaching. If I'm teaching about integrity, never breaking my word, always keeping my word as most sacred, then I'm the first one that I have to always keep the word that I am and keep the word that I am most sacred. And what I teach, I have to practice. If I say that I smash every mind that doesn't feel right to me in my energy, if I tell you this, I give you my word in my teachings. So you will also stop others when it doesn't feel right in your energy, because you are not your mind. I feel the truth, it feels like shit. Then I have to stop every mind. Like I said it, because I said it. Because if I wouldn't, they would repeat it, and they would get a hang of it because they love to do it, and more of them would come. I would suffer. That's another thing. Because I don't think that I'm my mind that is blaming me, afraid of me and judging me and thinking what's good and bad. But I trust what I feel. This feels like shit to me, and you're bringing your mind the shit to me that I didn't ask for. I stop so you don't bring it again. Because I teach this. And whatever others are bringing, and if it doesn't feel right to you, you speak out and you will see if they love you. If they don't, they wouldn't care. That doesn't feel right to you. And then you know who loves you, who doesn't. I teach this, so I have to preach. I have to speak this in example. And if I teach about doing our work, trusting and having faith, and not stopping regardless the weather, regardless the tests and condition, and just if we stop, we will fail, and if we trust and have faith and go on, we are to find our heavenly glory and do greatest things as greatest masters. And I have to be one with the truth that I'm teaching. And then I have to be this in life. I have to trust and have faith in the word that I am, in my work, and regardless the weather, regardless the tests, I should not stop and I should go on. So we reach our promised land. It's not about thinking in the mind. To enlightened Zen master like I am, this man who just tells something and thinks something, it feels like separation from the truth. It feels like you're deceiving, lying yourself and others. You are not living it, you are not being it. You just have this memories thinking in your mind, but in your life you are not being that truth. And that's why I feel like, fool, fuck off. You're deceiving people and yourself, and you're speaking them higher spiritual wisdom and truth. You're getting 200 likes, but you are giving them your fear, your guilt, your attachments, your resistance, your dependency on others. You thinking that you are your mind, your beliefs. You're giving them separation from self, because the vibration is truth within the words. You may speak as Buddha, but if you don't live as Buddha in this life, you are not being the truth. So that's why you are not your mind. You are not your mind, and it means nothing. It's just programs in the mind. And when life tests us, thinking doesn't help us. But only if we are being the truth, if we are love, if we are peace, if we are trust, if we are faith, if we are aligned with the source that I am, with truth that I am, if we are free of attachments, free of conditions, resist no one, control no one, blame no one, accept the moment as it is with no resistance. Don't try to force it, control it, change it. And we always flow on the path of least resistance. Then we are being the truth. We are being that love. We are being that peace. We are being that happiness. We are being the integrity. And then we can speak. And word that I am integrity represents the vibration that I am. And if word that I am is one with who I am in my life, then this word that I am can empower everyone. So they can follow themselves and they can know they are not their mind. And they can be themselves and they can realize and become the truth themselves and not their mind. Truth with no question and doubt. No attachments. No guilt, no fear. No thinking, judging in the mind. No resistance. But again also, if I'm speaking about freedom of the mind and I know that I'm not my mind, then I give you my word from the heart. Such word is truth. I don't think I'm my mind I'm allergic to, my mind and mind of others. I am that I am from the heart with no question and doubt. And that's why when you listen, it is the vibration of being the truth. source that I am, and never mind. And that's why it can assist you if you work on yourself, if you do the changes, to really realize that you are also not your mind. And mind is just thinking that is you. It's separation from the truth. And you can also feel and trust what you feel and be yourself from the heart in the silence of the mind. Be the truth, feel the truth as it is. Everything is felt as it is, clearly on the light. No question, no doubt. Energy is felt. And then you can know yourself, you can be yourself with no guilt and no fear. For I have no guilt and no fear being my crazy self. And that's why if you listen and you choose to implement some advices, you can do it. It can empower you. Because I'm not thinking that I'm my mind, I'm not deceiving you, I'm not attached, cheating, I'm not resisting and blaming. I'm actually living the truth that I am speaking, and truth that I am does not change because I'm not the mind. And then it can help you and assist you, so you work on yourself and you realize that you are not your mind. And you can be the truth that I am from the heart. You trust what you feel, the silence of the mind. Trust if you feel. Feeling is silence of the mind, and if you feel in the moment, you are in the moment. You feel the truth, the absolute reality, source that I am, God that I am. There's no other but silence of the mind. Feeling that moment. Mind always takes you away from the truth. Always like, you want to figure out everything. Oh, what is this about this? And you want to think about everything and regurgitate and everything, regurgitate everything and get everything out, but it's what you have already. But when you can trust what you feel, and you feel in that silence of the mind, you know you're not your mind, the truth can be revealed as you in being the truth. And you know you're God, that I am the silence of the mind, you are not your mind, and there's no other. You feel clearly and you get the joke. And you laugh from the heart, for you are not your mind. You are that I am from the heart. I'm not my mind. I'm not what you think. I'm not what you think. I'm a joke. I'm not your mind. Get the joke that I am. Don't think what I am. The joke that I am is I am you and you are not your mind. And that's why I give you my word. With this I finish. I will agitate you, I will irritate you, I will smash your mind completely. But only if you bring your mind to me, because I see things that are causes of all your problems, the small things that your mind does. I will annoy you. I'll destroy your mind completely and smash it completely with no mercy. For as a mind there's no chance for you. I give you my word. For I am you, you are not your mind. Source that I am in your heart. Feel the truth and be the truth. I give you my word only so you get the joke that I am you and you are not your mind, and you laugh from the heart. Because your mind wants to comment and speak on everything and just regurgitate on everything. Destroys every joke. And then I have to experience that mind. But if you allow yourself the silence of the mind, you get the joke. You laugh from the heart. You are not your mind. I am you. There's no other. I'm joking out of myself. I give you my word. Just for that. To get the joke, for I'm you. There's no other. Much love to you, for I'm you. You are not your mind. Mind is separation from self. You are that I am from the heart. I'm you. I give you my word. And if anybody feels like you want to offer a donation to the art of the word that I am, if you feel like you want to offer support, do know that you are so welcome. And without of your donation, there would actually be no art of the word that I am. I'm so grateful because this is the blessings I require in this world, so I can bless people that they get free of this world, so I can remain in this world. And I'm so grateful. And it's coming from the joy of your heart, gift of your heart, nothing forced, joyful giving. It's love. And thank you. Without of your donation, there would be no art of the word that I am. I give you my word. Thank you from the heart. And if there's any blessing in my heart, let it go to you. May you realize that you are not your goddamn mind and be yourself from the heart, the true that I am. There's no other. But you know, I want to give you something because out of joy you given me something. Don't expect me to message you, to tell you something about it. You given me joy of your heart. Just trust the word that I am. I give you my word now. Don't trust me anything. Don't believe me anything. I don't want you to indoctrinate you. I don't want you to believe me, to command you, so you guide me and you give your power away. And you will believe and trust others. I want you to trust what you feel in your heart. And what you feel, trust that. I don't want you to believe me. I don't want you to trust me. I don't want you to judge me in your mind also. I don't want you to think about me. I want you to feel the word that I am, and what you feel, trust that. Trust your heart. And regardless everything and everyone in this world, trust your heart. Trust what you feel. Don't trust and believe anyone, but trust and believe the energy that is felt. If it's truth, if it feels good, if it's love, it's good for you. That's how donation to me feels good to me. It's love. But believe me this, for every donation I do white light source healing on you. I don't want to chat with you. I don't want to tell you anything about it. I just want to give you my best energy from the silence of the mind. For you have given me the energy that I require. And I want to just give you something. And it's quantum white light source healing, no appointment needed, no standing still. You don't need to know anything, because I cannot heal you. I can only do best healing on you. Take my energy, take my time, and purify that energies out that need to be purified. Balance a little bit, get out that shit, ground you more, balance you, fill you up with white light, cover you with diamonds. I can do best healing on you on distance, and I do because I'm very clairsentient. I only need to see your PayPal link. I need to see only your email. I connect with your being. I feel you, and I do best healing on you. But I don't say nothing. I just give you my word that I do for every donation. Because you heal yourself, you save yourself. Always. If you think that you are your mind, you trust your mind and mind of others, and you allow yourself no silence of the mind, you are running your mind loose always, then you think you are your mind, and you already have your mind, nothing new. And that you always had, which you remain in that separation from self in suffering because you allow no silence of the mind. Your mind always has to be loud, and it's saying nothing new, it's just programs that are within you. And it is the emptied cup that can get filled with eternal life, and you are that eternal life. If you empty your mind, if you stop identifying with your mind, stop trying to control it and force it, and control others and force with it, but you realize you are not your mind and you trust what you feel, then you are to become a Buddha, you are to save yourself, you are to be the truth as it's felt, with no question and doubt, from the heart, not thinking you are your mind, blaming you and judging you, thinking, judging what is good and bad, and blaming and thinking about it, trying to figure out everything. No, you are to be the truth from the heart. You save yourself, you heal yourself. Like it's a great headache, you know. Man, the mind want to figure out why is the sky blue, why is a bird singing, why is all this, and writes thesis about studies everything, dissects everything, and all the science. And what you get only is headache of the mind. Just all this information and just headache. But children, they are free of the mind. They feel, They feel the singing of the birds we feel. We are one with the singing of the birds. We don't try to figure it out. We don't try to figure out and know why is the sky blue. That's the mind that's suffering. We are just enjoying the singing of the birds in the heart feeling and just wandering and enjoying the blue sky. And we feel. And we are one with the blue sky, one with the birds. And we are the blue sky, we are the birds, and we are singing. And we are shining blue. We are the truth. And the mind is separation from self only headache. But children, feeling, being is the truth. And I'm being the singing of the birds, the sunshine and the blue sky. And in my jungle, I'm being entire jungle. I don't need to know anything about any science. I just feel everything deeply, connected with everything I am. I'm one with everything. And I don't know anything. That's what I'm telling you, man. I don't know anything. I'm just being the truth. I'm not my mind. I don't know anything. But I have no questions and doubt. I don't know why the sky is blue, why birds are singing. It's love. It's because of love, the dance of love. I'm one with the blue sky, with mother forest, with jungle, with birds, with everyone. And I feel that I'm one with everyone. I'm being the truth. So what is there to know and lose the truth in infinite questions and doubts? Yeah, mine just wants to know and figure out everything. And in infinite questions and doubt, it's get infinite more questions and doubt and loses the truth and gets only the mind. But I'm just free of the mind. I lost my mind. And I'm just being one with the truth that I am. And my mind is illuminated in love. And I think the truth from the heart revealed. The mind illuminated in gold and truth. I'm not my mind. I'm being the truth. Bird that I am singing, blue sky that I am shining sun on the blue sky, that I am mother forest, everyone and everything, that I am being the truth. I'm not my mind. My mind is just separation from self. That I can speak, that what I can control, what I can push and force and resist and move. That's separation from self. I am being myself from the heart. And I'm being myself, and I feel that I am. And in being myself, I feel that I am in every heart, in every bird, in every leaf, in every atom, everywhere I am. I'm not limited on my mind. Mind is limited. Mind is limited on just that thinking and that separation. I'm being myself, that I am from the heart. And in knowing that I'm not my mind, I'm being everyone and everything that I am. I feel that I'm everything and everyone that I am. There's no other, there's no separation. I'm not your mind, you are not your mind. I am you. There's only that I am, and I'm being the truth. And I give you my word. You are not your mind. I'm you. I'm being the truth. Purnamaste. Purnamaste. Mwah! You are not your mind. Sweetheart, you are not your mind. The mind is cause of all your problems. And there's no chance for you as long as you think that you are your mind. That's why I have no mercy to the mind. Because the mind is cause of all your suffering, separation from self. You are that I am yourself from the heart, being the truth, everyone, everything that I am. You are not your mind, that limited separation from the self. But you are the entire universe that I am. I feel that I am beating my sun. I am beating my heart, and I'm shining my sun. I am singing birds that I am singing. I am spinning the earth around the sun. Just as I'm beating my heart beyond the comprehension and control of the mind, I know that I'm not my mind because I'm beating my heart. I'm beating my heart, I'm not my mind. And I cannot beat my heart with my mind. And the same way that I'm beating my heart, I'm shining my sun, I'm spinning the earth around the sun, and I'm spilling the galaxy around the central sun. And in the same way that I'm beating my heart, with no control, resistance, force of the mind, knowing that I'm not in mind. I am everyone and everything that I am in being, not in controlling with the mind, but in being and feeling that I am everyone and everything. I am you. I'm not your mind. You are not your mind, Eden. I am you. The truth that I am from the heart. This is who you are. You are not your mind. I give you my word. Full Namaste. Full Namaste.